right, in this episode, I'm going to talk about the introduction of leading from your core. I actually do something here that might surprise many people. I try to put you off reading the book. Now, you might be thinking, Obi, why on earth would you do that? Well, to answer the question, I've got to tell you about a conversation I had with one of the leaders I interviewed. It was such a rich conversation, and we ended up talking about the people who have inspired him over the years. And among many of the greats, he told me about his grandma. And something she used to say to him was this: only what is worth nothing will cost you nothing. If it's worth something, then it will cost you something. And I absolutely loved that. I wish I could have included it in the book. I just couldn't find the right place for it. But it reinforced how I wanted to position the early parts of the book. Because here's the thing, we live in a quick fix microwave era, right? Where it feels like everyone wants results now, or in some cases yesterday. And so it comes as no surprise that a lot of leaders, including aspiring ones, aren't willing to put in the hard work of character growth so they can be more effective and more purposeful in the way they lead. And I say this later on in the book, but many people want the convenience of growth without the inconvenience of change. And yet Grandma's message is such an essential reminder that nothing worthwhile is quick and easy. And I am not offering leaders an easy solution through my book, but I am offering a transformational one. And so to separate those who want the easy route from those who are willing to put in the hard work, I ask the question, what game are you choosing to play? Are you playing the ego game or the service game? Now, what's really interesting about these two games is that each one has very different drivers. As a leader, if you're playing the ego game, then you're driven by fear. You're driven by the fear that you won't be enough, or the fear that you don't have what it takes, or the fear that you're nothing without the accolades, without the position, without the rewards, without the accomplishments. And guess what? That shows up in your leadership. It shows up in your desire for control. It shows up in the decisions you make. If you're willing to play the service game, on the other hand, then you're driven by a really clear sense of purpose and a commitment to integrity, living in congruence with your deepest and best values. And when you're driven in this way, Grandma's message makes complete sense. Make no mistake that there is a cost to becoming a leader who truly leads well, and only those committed to the service game are willing to pay that price. And those are the leaders I'm excited to work with, to equip, to coach and support. Now, I'd like to end this episode by reading the poem from Mariah House that is in the book. Her poem is titled The Invitation. And I heard the headmaster at my son's senior school share this poem with the new students. And to be honest, I was won over. But I also felt this was a message for leaders, because it's a call to engage your heart and mind. And for leaders, it's a call to go deeper than you might be used to going when it comes to leadership development, because true leadership development is largely an internal journey. If you're not willing to go deep, then you're not ready to lead with greater impact, with greater courage, and with greater resilience. But if you're willing to go deep, then you, my friend, are ready to experience the power of leading from the inside out. It doesn't interest me what you do for a living. I want to know what you ache for, and if you dare to dream of meeting your heart's longing. It doesn't interest me how old you are. I want to know if you will risk looking like a fool for your dream, for the adventure of being alive. It doesn't interest me if the story you are telling me is true. I want to know if you can disappoint another to be true to yourself. If you can bear the accusation of betrayal and not betray your own soul. It doesn't interest me to know where you live or how much money you have. It doesn't interest me who you know or how you came to be here. I want to know if you will stand in the center of the fire with me and not shrink back. It doesn't interest me where or what or with whom you have studied. I want to know what sustains you from the inside when all else fails and falls away. I want to know if you can be alone with yourself and if you truly like the company you keep in the empty moments. See you on the next episode, because now you're ready for chapter 1.